When writing a melody intended for guitar, you might want to be explicit about exactly how it is played on the fretboard. In other words, you want the notes in your melody to belong to specific strings. There are a couple of ways to go about this in Band in a Box. 1. You know the fretboard better than notation. In this case, you would probably prefer to enter notes into Band in a Box using the fretboard, choosing notes as they are played on the guitar, and letting Band in a Box figure out the notation for you. 2. You know notation better than the fretboard. In this case, you would probably prefer to enter notes into Band in a Box using notation, choosing notes on the staff, and letting Band in a Box figure out how it is played on the guitar. Let's say we have a little guitar melody in mind and want to try entering it into Band in a Box. First by using the fretboard, and then by using the notation window. We have a slow bossa song here, and I am going to add a little melody to it using the fretboard. So instead of adding notes to the staff, I will add notes only thinking about how to play it on the guitar. Let's say that you wrote the melody on the guitar, so you already know exactly how to play it. Open the guitar window with this button, or use the hotkeys Ctrl-Shift-G. To use the fretboard for adding notes to the melody track, we must open the settings and make sure that Send Notes to Notation window is enabled. When this is enabled, clicking anywhere on the guitar will add a note to the melody track. The note will get inserted where the notation cursor is. That's this little marker here above the staff. You can click anywhere along this bar to move the notation cursor. For example, let's start on beat 1 of the first bar. So let's add an A by clicking on the 7th fret of the D string. And there the note has been added to the staff. So, to add another note on the next beat, first move the notation cursor, and then click another note on the fretboard. Let's take a look at this notation with tablature as well. Open the notation options with this button, and change the track type from single channel to guitar. This will show tablature below the main staff, and transpose all the notes up an octave. Now each of these notes is channeled for the guitar. This means each string uses a different channel, ranging from 11 to 16. The high E string uses channel 11, and the low E string uses channel 16. You can see this if you open the events list and look at the channel column. So this allows the melody to store more information than just the notes. Each note also contains information about what string it should be played on. Since there is only one place to play any note on a given string, that also implies what fret it's on. So this is a great way to write a melody if you already know how to play it on the guitar, because you can simply click on the fretboard as if you were playing it on a real guitar. So let's play the song and see this melody play on the fretboard. Let's continue on with this melody. Let's leave the guitar fretboard open, but using the notation window to add the notes instead. Let's add some 16th notes to the end of bar 3. So instead of clicking on the fretboard to add the notes, I am now clicking on the staff. Each note appears to be assigned to a string, as you can see in the tablature. So why are these notes playing on these two strings? That is because the playing position indicator, here below the fretboard, is currently set to the 5th fret. If I move the playing position indicator, then the tablature changes for these notes to fit within the new playing position. Notice that these two notes don't change when changing the playing position. This is because these notes are channeled for the guitar, and hardwired to always play on these strings. So if you enter notes by clicking on the staff, but you want these notes to be hardwired to a specific playing position, Then you can do that by using a utility found under the Melody menu. Click on Melody, Edit Melody Track, Rechannel to specific guitar fret position over range. Choose where to start from, in this case bar 3. Choose how many bars, there are only 2 bars of notes here. You can set the playing position here, although it is already set to the 5th fret automatically because that is what is set in the fretboard window. Then click OK. And now these notes are channeled and hardwired to specific strings. So if I change the playing position on the fretboard, it won't affect these notes anymore. There is also a way to enter notes on specific strings directly using notation. If you know what string you want a note to be played on, you can simply hold down a number key on your keyboard while entering the note. For example, to add an A, the 7th fret of the D string, this is the 4th string, so holding down the 4 key will force this note to channel 14. So if I keep holding the 4 key while entering more notes, all of the notes will play on the 4th string. Even if I change the note after entering it, it still belongs to the 4th string. Or 3rd string. So let's have a listen and see how it all plays on the fretboard.